we're back. Let's go on to another example. This example has been worked out. The example is cosine P and cosine R to find them. We first write SOHCAHTOA, and we're going to look at the little purple guy is going to be looking at cosine P. The little green guy is going to be looking at cosine R. So cosine P is going to be, let's see, cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. So cosine P is going to be adjacent. Our adjacent is 5 radical 5 over the hypotenuse 15. I can simplify cosine P written in fraction form. I can cancel, and it becomes radical 5 over 3, or 1/3 radical 5. Cosine R is my little green guy. My little green guy is going to be adjacent to 10, so it's adjacent over hypotenuse, or 10 over 15, 2 over 3. And if I put it into a 4-place decimal, it's 0.6667. Here we have a rope staked 20 feet above the base of a building. It goes to the roof and forms an angle of 58 degrees. So here is my 58 degrees. Here is my rope. It's 20 feet from the building. The question is, to the nearest tenth of a foot, how long is the rope? Well, we're going to say the rope is X feet long. We are given a hypotenuse. We're given an adjacent side to where my angle is. So I'm going to write SOHCAHTOA. And I'm going to say, okay, let's see. I have the adjacent side and I have the hypotenuse. Here's adjacent, here's hypotenuse. So I'm going to use cosine, and I'm going to say cosine of 58 degrees is the adjacent 20 over my x. Now we have an algebraic manipulation to find x. So we say this is over 1, and we cross multiply. So we say x times cosine 58 degrees equals 1 times 20, or 20. X equals 20. I'm going to divide both sides by cosine 58, and it cancels. I get a cosine 58 degrees here. I put into the calculator 20 divided by cosine 58 degrees, and I get x equals 37.7 feet. Make sure that you can go ahead and get that number. My last example has to do with a pilot looking at an airport from her plane. My plane is red. The angle of depression is 29 degrees. The angle of depression is the line parallel to the ground, and it forms this angle that the pilot's going to see. This is because these lines are parallel and these are alternate interior angles. These are going to be the same, so the angle of depression is going to equal the angle of elevation. If the plane is at an altitude of 10,000 feet, so we have our 10,000 feet here, approximately how far is it from the airport? We are trying to find the x. So if from our 29 degrees, where our little guy is our reference point, from our 29 degrees, we are given the side opposite, the side adjacent, and question number 1 is going to be to write and solve how far it is to the airport. So what you need to do is write the equation, figure out if it's cosine, sine, or tangent, and write the equation and solve for x.